What's up, everybody? Sheepshifter 23 here with Streetkilln HD. We are missing Sir Benjamin Rivers. His PlayStation got hacked, apparently. And Soulamazin is off making Florida Man headlines as we speak. He's going to be the next Florida Man. So make sure you check out the news headlines and stuff for Florida Man does something stupid and so on. So WrestleMania, pretty good.
Yeah,
better than
WrestleMania.
I thought it was gonna be. What do you think?
Same here, definitely.
I thought it was gonna be horrible. I mean, I was
I had
bashing
low
it before it ever
expectations.
happened. Very, very low. We'll start off with the first match, and it was Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. And as far as cruiserweight matches go, I've seen better, but it wasn't just
I
terrible.
agree.
I don't necessarily know that it was worthy of being a WrestleMania match, but it was good. The women's battle royal, I kind of saw Carmella winning. You know, I didn't call it, but I think that was a good decision.
I totally
you know.
forgot about Carmella, honestly. When we were going through the lineup and whatnot for our picks last week, I totally forgot about Carmella. I was like, when she came up and she won, I'm like, oh yeah, that's why she's in here too. I was like, oh fuck.
I mean,
Like, it
Soul
kinda
probably
makes sense
got
for her to
excited
win.
because our pick started getting hot there for a minute. Dana Brooks started getting pumped up, and I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew she was gonna be thrown down. Like, they're pumping her up, and then she's just gonna be thrown out.
Yeah,
Like usually what happens.
and it is what happened. So yeah, Carmella, even over Asuka, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's just true.
And the
it's
very
really
first
crazy.
person that got eliminated was Nikki Cross, and there were boos when that happened. I don't know if you heard it, but I did. There were some
I
boos
did.
when they eliminated Nikki Cross first. Hopefully, WWE listened to that and said, hey, maybe we shouldn't do that next time. But knowing WWE, it's not likely.
I
So
mean,
congratulations to Carmella for winning basically the women's version of a useless Rumble that has actually brought everybody down that has won it. Like, Baron Corbin won it, and everybody hates him. Braun Strowman won it, and every push he got, like, they never could, like, decide. They would always make it look like he was going to get this big, huge push, and then he would lose.
But look at Baron Corbin. You think he? Okay, look. You can say you think he has a, like his push wasn't like something.
I'm not saying it's
big
not
or
there. I'm
grand,
saying it's not being
there.
received. It's not being received by the fans.
Yeah, exactly. It's not being received.
I'm saying there's a curse, man. That Rumble.
Here's the thing, though.
That Rumble is a curse, bro.
Here's the thing, though. Okay?
Mojo Rawley won that Rumble.
Huh?
Mojo Rawley won that Rumble. What's Mojo doing?
Oh, he did. You're right.
Mojo Rawley,
He's not
Baron
doing
Corbin, Big Show, and now Braun Strowman. Yeah, not looking good
Braun Strowman got a big push, though.
Yeah, but look at all the people that are back. You got Roman Reigns back. You got Kofi on top. You got Seth Rollins on top. They're not going to be making any major changes, I don't think, anytime soon. Maybe they will, but who knows?
I kind of understand, though, why they push Carmella.
Yeah, totally.
For it. Because, you know, they kind of have to give her that because of what happened in the Royal Rumble. I think that was pretty much unfair for her. Even though, you know, she's not, like, the biggest superstar. Like, she's not, like, one of my favorites or anything. And I mean, just for story-wise on why that happened, it kind of just, you know, they're like, hey, we're sorry we had to do this for story, so we're just gonna, you know, make you win this kind of useless battle royal, and there you go.
Yeah, but still, you know, I don't know, because coming out last in the Rumble doesn't mean you're gonna win. It never has.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Matter of fact, it's not even close. It's like fourth place for the most likely number to win. I think it's 27 is the most likely. But yeah, so moving on, Ryder and Hawkins won tag team gold. Hawkins ended his losing
It is a big
streak.
surprise. I felt it coming, but I didn't really expect it. But I felt it coming.
It's one of those things you're like, yeah, they don't got the balls. And then they do it and you're like, they had the balls.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like, you know, you hope for the best and expect the worst type of situation. Whether or not you wanted them to win, you still kind of couldn't help but root for them. You know what I mean? Even if you don't like them, you have to be like, come on, man, give this guy a win. So, congratulations, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
Breaking the streak.
Here's the thing, though. I definitely don't think it's going to last very long.
Honestly, on
Soulamazin said they should take the streak the other way.
Was it on Monday or was it on Tuesday?
Monday
where
they
had
defended
to defend it.
Monday they defended
I
it.
thought they were gonna lose it, honestly.
Already?
That's
Yeah.
what I said. That's what I said at WrestleMania. I'm like, oh, they're just gonna throw this at them, and then Monday they're just gonna lose it. But I was wrong.
I'll give it the next good team that comes through. It's gonna take it. Watch. So, in an unexpected twist, WrestleMania threw the Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar match out at you right there at the beginning of it. I was like, whoa.
I had a feeling it was going to be a quick match, just because of that.
Yeah, I did too. It wasn't necessarily a quick match.
They would not put that match first if it wasn't going to be a quick match, you know?
It wasn't fast.
If it was...
I mean, it wasn't slow either. It was kind of in the middle. It was about
I shouldn't say quick
10 minutes,
match.
maybe.
I should say it wasn't a great match.
It definitely wasn't.
It was not a great match for a show opener, I would say that.
No, but
it was predictable.
The payoff is what was the point there, and it was just to give Seth Rollins that win, and I understood that.
True that. I understand as well.
So the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, we obviously already talked about Braun Strowman. I was hoping that the SNL guys would be funnier, or do something funnier. It just wasn't all that good.
Oh my god. That's
cringy. Very cringy.
I was like, so this is played out as I thought it was gonna play, because when I first seen it, and there were gonna be those whatever, what were they, hosts or something? What they? No, they're not hosts. What was their title for WrestleMania?
Special guest correspondent.
I was like, so they're bringing these guys, though they're acting all goofy and funky and weird on the show, and now they're gonna be in a battle royal. I don't expect it to go well at all. I'm like, watch them hide under the ring, and they sure enough did hide underneath the ring. And it wasn't even great. It wasn't even funny or anything. It was just stupid. It was cringy, like you said. There was really no point to it.
Disappointing. But
yeah,
what's it gonna? I mean, like I said, the curse of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Let's see how bad, it affects Braun Strowman over the next year. Watch, he's gonna be...
No, it had a pre-effect. Having those two goofballs make a storyline with Braun Strowman. That was the
next
effect
he's gonna be, he's gonna have to be tag team partners with some idiot who sucks. He's gonna have to be tag team partners with Baron Corbin.
Braun Strowman's been having a corny, weird-ass fucking WrestleManias. Last year was with that fucking kid.
Yeah.
This year it's with these two goofballs. It's like, what the fuck is next year gonna be?
So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. We did a little bit, but I feel like we should point out the fact that Lesnar got robbed. Brock Lesnar is the greatest champion of all time in wrestling, WWE, UFC, or any combination of the thing. And everybody that's in DWP agrees. And if they were here to speak for themselves, they would say that.
So does Ben.
Benjamin Rivers. We are all huge Brock Lesnar fans. We follow everything that he does. We can't stop talking about him. Greatest champion alive. But, you know, I guess Seth Rollins deserves
Brock Lesnar is the best. Brock Lesnar #1.
Brock Lesnar is the best. Brock Lesnar #1. Alright. Good stuff. And Benjamin Rivers would tell you this too if he were here to, you know, say that. But he got hacked, so.
He got hacked.
Congratulations, Seth Rollins. All kidding aside. Definitely a deserving champion. Could have been a better match, I think. But the payoff here was that Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar. So, do we even cover AJ Styles or Randy Orton, or do we just say meh and move on?
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so when we were talking about the lineup, I was figuring that this was gonna be one good match. Like, this was gonna be one of the good matches on the list of the lineup. And then he came into the match, and I'm like, what is this? And then they gave AJ Styles the win. For what purpose? I don't understand. They had him under the bus for like a month. They had AJ Styles under a bus for a month since Daniel Bryan had basically kind of finished that feud off with AJ. They had a corny feud in the first place, but like, what's the purpose?
Because Randy Orton, because no matter what you do to Randy Orton, he's always over.
I guess that's true.
Randy Orton could go on a Kurt Hawkins.
I was hoping that they would put Randy Orton over to get a championship opportunity.
Randy Orton's a company. Here's why they didn't. Because Randy Orton's a company man. AJ Styles is the big, you know, draft pick, you know, overseas star who they want to keep. That's one of the few people that I think if WWE lost to AEW, that it would actually hurt. A lot of these people that are going to AEW are supposedly from WWE. I'm like, so what? That's not gonna make people change the channel from WWE to AEW. But I think
I can understand if they lose like their major stars.
AJ Styles would be a big one. You know, if AJ Styles went over there, they'd be like, oh shit, I might want to watch. There probably will be some people if Dean Ambrose goes over there, but I think they're fucking with you guys, you know, or fucking with us, and that Dean Ambrose ain't going nowhere.
So let's get a little off topic for a little bit since you brought Dean Ambrose up. And it was his last match on Monday. I know this is off topic, but I don't think we're going to even really talk about Monday, are we?
Probably not. Well, we're already.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
We're already almost halfway through. We're almost halfway through WrestleMania already. So I mean, there was some interesting stuff that happened Monday and Tuesday. Remember, there were some title changes and stuff.
Yeah. Just one quick thing we can touch on about Dean Ambrose. Do you really think?
I don't think that was his last match.
Wrestling?
I don't think that was his last match.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You think it's like a work for something?
Yep. He's still scheduled for dates beyond that.
Alright. 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 Fair enough. Move on.
So, moving on. Usos retained their tag team championships. I thought Ricochet and Black would get it for sure. I'm not exactly mad. I would have been mad if The Bar or Shinsuke and Rusev would have won. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. It was a good match.
I agree. Good match.
Oh yeah, and Cesaro hit, what, 32 rotations of the Cesaro swing?
Yeah, that was long.
Yeah, it was like 32 is what the
I was like, what the fuck?
Bleacher Report says. Did they count it out? I wasn't paying attention. During the match?
I don't remember.
Were they like, 1, 2? That'd be crazy. Falls Count Anywhere match: The Miz versus Shane McMahon. It was awesomer than I thought it was gonna be, but
exactly.
Still...
I thought it was I thought it was gonna be pretty decent. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, a decent match. I didn't expect it to be okay. Here's the thing. I don't know why I was thinking it would be a decent match, because you gotta think it's Shane McMahon, right? So he has to have a good match at WrestleMania. But here's the thing, I thought it was better than what I thought before, but it could have been better. Like my expectations were low.
Yeah.
When it shouldn't. But the thing is, it was Shane McMahon, so I don't know. I felt like it could have been something crazier should have happened, other than that. You know, you can talk about what happened, like that stunt they pulled. But
yeah, it was much better than the stunt wasn't all that. Like, you could tell that was a big crash pad, and like the thing that they landed on wasn't even wood. It was like this plastic stuff that cracked when they landed on top of it, because you could see it in pieces.
Yeah. The stunt should have been better, is what I'm saying. For a Shane McMahon match, it should have been a better stunt. He does fucking Hell in a Cell crazy shit. Why can't he just do a fucking crazy shit at WrestleMania?
Soulamazin does have a point. Seth can't fight. He had to use a low blow. That's why Aussies like him, because he goes down under. Soul got jokes.
Burn.
Yeah, moving on. We already covered that. Oh no, we didn't. This is the women's tag team match. Fatal, fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championships.
You called it.
I did call it. I told you guys. Y'all didn't listen. I knew it would happen. Your girls, the Iconics, came home with the women's titles, and I called it, and I gave you guys the exact reasons. And Soul even was like, yeah, I could see it for all those reasons, but I think, and I'm like, no, you guys don't get it. I mean, it's one time I hated to do it, but I had to agree with Ben.
I didn't think they would do it. That's the thing. I didn't think they would do it on the grandest stage of them all. Out of all the tag teams there, the Iconics. No offense, but
I told y'all why.
Do you see anything good about the Iconics?
Yes, I told y'all exactly what I saw. They are the best characters in women's wrestling right now. That's what I see. That's all they have to have.
The ring.
Neither was Carmella. Neither was.
I guess this is what I think.
Neither was Alexa Bliss.
Comes down to these days. See, in-ring performance ain't anything really much these days. It's all about the characteristics, and
it does matter. The ring stuff does matter, because I would pick Becky Lynch or Charlotte over the Iconics every day. But
exactly,
but
they obviously didn't
those people have to have no. Here's the thing: they don't have to. They have to have somebody interesting to fight. If Becky Lynch and Charlotte, if all they have to fight for their whole career is fucking Tamina and Nia Jax, then we're fucked. We've got to have interesting people for them to go up against. And the Iconics can be that, because they can be that. They don't get by on their wrestling ability. They get by on their shady tactics, on dirty whims, on stuff that the Miz does. They're two Australian Mizes. They remind me of the Miz in a lot of ways.
But the Miz is way better in the ring.
No, the old Miz. When he first came out, like the reality TV star Miz. They kind of come off as characters like that, who are kind of in it for the fame and to be iconic. So I completely agreed with the decision to make the Iconics the champions for now. I could tell, like, a lot of the crowd was like, what the fuck? But I saw a few people that got it. And I definitely got it. I got it. So I took down notes, but we're just going to cover this one match by match, I guess, and if they're not interesting, we'll move on. Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan. The match was honestly one of the best matches I've seen on WrestleMania. Especially with the payout and everything, getting past Rowan, the almost wins, the near falls, they both took like 3 finishers apiece. It was a really, really good match. Maybe a little long, but I have no complaints. Actually, that's not necessarily a complaint as much of a suggestion, but it's not a complaint. It'll probably be pretty well regarded as far as WrestleMania matches. It'll probably be pretty well remembered as far as WrestleMania matches. And I'm sure it 1000% guarantees the New Day and Kofi Kingston Hall of Fame status. Without a doubt, you cannot say that either one of them won't be in the Hall of Fame.
I see them as a group.
I see Kofi getting in by himself now. He's a Grand Slam champion.
I see Kofi Kingston as well, but I don't think
Big E and Xavier yet. But Big E and Xavier are like 10 years younger than Kofi. They've got time. I could see Xavier doing great things, but I don't know. It's hard because he's so small.
Kofi Kingston, I give maybe, I don't know how long I see him in the company. I don't know if I see him 10 years more.
He could maybe do. 5. He doesn't have to. That's the thing. But everybody's always like, got to give him 5 more years. You're giving them 5 more years in the ring. They can stay in the company.
I know that. I'm not saying that Kofi Kingston hasn't accomplished anything. He has great accomplishments. He's been in wrestling for a while. Yeah, I give it to him. He's 3-time United States champion. 4-time Intercontinental champion. 4-time tag team champion on Raw and SmackDown, probably the same amount. He also was, New
Day has tag team records
back in the day before they had that. He's also, won like other shit.
Yeah, and New Day broke tag team records and stuff, so yeah. They're in.
I see Kofi Kingston, definitely.
Did you break down and watch this Hall of Fame?
Future Hall of Famer. But I don't see it anytime soon. I don't see it like next year or the year after that.
Did you watch this Hall of Fame this year?
No.
You still refuse to watch it even after all that happened? Man, it was a good one. You should at least watch the DX part.
Oh, I seen a clip of that. Yeah, I seen a clip of that.
A clip or the whole thing? You pulled a bin?
I seen like the whole cut of that.
You did a bin?
Yeah, I did Ben. That's the only part that I really cared about. Only because there was some big ass blows up in there.
So, many congratulations to the New Day and Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston finally getting what he deserves.
Can we stress on something?
I don't know. I don't like stressing.
People are over exaggerating this win. They're like, oh my god, it's the first ever African American winning the world title. Blah blah blah. These guys gotta shut the fuck up, alright? They're saying it like it never happened before. The World Heavyweight title is the same title that it is now, okay? People are saying it's not the same title. It is the same fucking title. It's just renamed. You know how many times they renamed the WWE title? You know how many fucking times they renamed it? They just rename it to modernize it. That's all.
Well, then let's
now,
just... If you want stop. Okay, wait.
If you want the Universal title, that's a different fucking story. Because that's a different title in general.
What you're trying to do, you're trying to Me Too the Me Tooers. And all you're doing is the same thing they're doing. Why don't you just take it for what it is and appreciate the fact that okay, I understand exactly what you're saying.
But they don't understand.
Stop. I'm saying that it is still a big deal. How long has that belt that they're talking about?
I understand it's been a long time. Okay?
That belt, that particular belt has probably been on WWE for more than 10 years. For there not to have been a black champion in 10 years is goddamn ridiculous, and it's unfair.
I understand that. Okay,
So I'm not saying that they've never had ever in the history of ever but if it's the first 100% black world champion in the WWE since it's been the WWE. The only one that was before that wasn't it Ahmad Rashad or no, not Ahmad Rashad, Farouk or Bradshaw or somebody.
No, the most recent black person to win it is fucking Mark Henry.
No, which one did he win? That's the ECW though, wasn't it?
No, he won the World Heavyweight Championship when it was called the World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay. When was that?
That was when it was the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know, somewhere between fucking 2005.
Okay, so a long time.
Maybe under 2000, somewhere below 2010, I guess. Whenever the new title got
a long time, and I understand that you want them to be accurate with how they're referring to it, but I think that them not knowing that trivial difference between a world title shouldn't be a thing to upset you, and I don't think they're really upset about anything. They're just trying to get excited for something.
I mean, you can even go on Wikipedia. WWE Championship is a World Heavyweight Championship. Alright?
That's
and
awesome.
You can go to it and you look at the other names and it's there. So people got to get their facts straight about just... I understand they're saying it because it's been a while. And maybe, those people don't remember. Or maybe they don't
But it's
recall.
Probably the first time that specific belt has had a black champion, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, I understand that.
So then we'll call it what it is.
Style.
We'll call it what it is, and since it's been that belt, it's the first time there's been a black champion to hold it, and that's a good thing. And we should be proud of that accomplishment and not try to take the positivity away from it just because some people don't get their facts right. We should still just maintain the positivity towards Kofi Kingston and not try to point negativity in any direction at all. You know what I mean? Stay woke, brother.
I understand. It just triggered me. That's all.
I got you.
It just triggers me.
So, Samoa Joe murdered Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, ouch. That hurts.
In front of his kid.
Oh, man. His extraordinary tall kid.
Is this setting up Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio's kid?
Do you think his kid is vaccinated?
That's wrong. Yes, his kid's vaccinated. You see how the dude had Gucci on. Or Prada or Versace or I don't know, whatever the lady said. He had on expensive shit. So, moving on straight from that, that was pretty terrible. I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes Samoa Joe look unstoppable, but it made Rey Mysterio look pretty shitty.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knew that he had an injury, so I guess they just ran with it, and since everybody knew he had an injury, they didn't really expect much, because I didn't expect much, from him, since I knew he had an injury.
Yeah, that's true. So, next up was a really kind of middle-of-the-road average match between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. I really expected better here.
Me too, but I don't know. Like, I think it was definitely hyped up for one reason. The return of Roman Reigns, and that, you know, he fought cancer or leukemia. And, you know, he fought it and recovered, or whatever you want to say, and came back. I felt like this match should have been better, of course. Especially, you know, you got Drew McIntyre. He's a good wrestler. Great performer. And Roman Reigns, a lot of people might be triggered. The ones that hate Roman Reigns still. I think Roman Reigns is a great wrestler, great performer, even though, you know, a lot of people hate him, like I said. But only because he was pushed in our face. But,
Yeah.
like you said, should have been, you know, it was like average. And it could have definitely been better.
Yep. Moving on, we had Elias's live concert thing. It was kind of cool with the piano and the drummer and his little guitar thing. That was alright. And then John Cena came out with the throwback character.
Oh my god. I was like, this boy did it. He came out with the throwback. Dr. Thungonomics is back. Well, he's not back, but, you know, made an appearance. A little bit of throwback, you know. Always a good joy to have, a little surprise. That was a shocker. Well, not really a shocker, but it was more of a surprise. But, you know, I enjoyed it for what it is. I mean, I definitely was a fan of John Cena back then as well, when he was wrestling. I know a lot of these, you know, newer kids, you know, these younger kids wouldn't really understand why John Cena is coming out looking like that. You know, I don't know if you saw the meme that I sent you, but the meme goes like, what happened to John Cena? He goes, Daddy, what happened to John Cena? Why does he look like that? And then it goes, son, the doctor is back. I'm like, oh god.
So what was the joke again? He made Renee Young lose it.
Fuck. I forgot.
Something about his like beard or. Damn.
Oh man.
It was pretty funny.
Forgot. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't put my finger on it.
Well, of course you're not. It's words.
Oh yeah. You know.
Can't put your finger on words unless you're blind.
It's on a paper. Unless it's on paper.
Or if you're blind, you can put your finger on words. You're supposed to.
Yeah, I don't really quite remember the specifics of fucking, you know, past shows. Come on, you're trying to have me remember something from a week ago.
Alright, fair enough.
But, I mean, I definitely remember, you know, he said some things that were funny. I mean, it's fucking John Cena. What do you fucking expect?
I mean, to say some things that are not funny and corny.
He's definitely done that before.
Yeah, I mean, you said, what else do I expect? That's an option.
Okay. Fair
moving
enough.
on, we had Triple H versus Batista.
Oh,
So
can I pause you?
here's what I will say.
Wait, I want to pause you for a second.
Pause. Go ahead.
We both can agree that this match definitely turned out way better than we thought it would be. Okay, everybody, last week was bashing on this match, saying that it was just gonna be slow and horrible, and
it was slow at the end.
It was far from it, but here's
at the
what
end,
made
it was
this
slow.
match incredible. Here's what made this match incredible.
If you say the nose
Dave
ring
Batista
thing,
has struck again, tripping over the rope of entering the ring before it starts.
Yeah, that was
He
fun.
has struck again to making memes once again. I mean, this boy been making memes since he came back. Alright? Since he came back from making movies, he's making memes now.
I think memes are what he wants.
I think so too.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want. I want to trip over that rope again.
It was better than I thought it was going to be. It did still do most of the things I said they were going to do. They hit each other with a couple of things, and they both laid there forever.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff was so obviously fake that it was like bad magic tricks. It was like watching your little nephew trying to do his magic show, and you're like, I can see your feet. You know, it's...
Yeah.
You could tell, like, when he did the nose ring thing, that he didn't hook the nose ring, and he just yanked up, and then Batista either bladed or he just pulled his own out and like poked a little thing enough to make a little scratch.
Yeah.
Because, you know, no way they're gonna do that. And they replayed in slow motion Triple H hitting him with the sledgehammer with his fist over the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all know that they put their fist over the sledgehammer.
Don't play it in slow motion. You're supposed to hide the fact a little bit. But when they played it in slow motion, they played it in slow mo.
They're supposed to slow mo it before it.
And then when it hits, yeah. But they showed the whole thing.
They're supposed to speed it up
in slow motion. They basically showed it not even hitting. I was like, ah. But it was really long.
What, the match? Yeah. The match was definitely really long, but it was a good match. It was turned out a lot better than I thought. There were some good spots. I mean, still in the match for what it was.
The promos were still better.
Oh yeah, the fucking promos is legendary. Can't forget all those promos.
Oh yeah, what'd they say?
What?
Besides give me what I want. What did they say?
The only meaningful part about the promos. And give me what I want.
I'm just saying, you said how could we forget about those? You've probably already forgotten about everything, but those weren't.
I mean, we didn't forget about the promos. Stop. Huh? Do I got your attention now? Give me what I want.
So here's one that I thought was just hands down amazing.
Ooh. Hands down, guys. Put your hands down.
Baron Corbin beat Kurt Angle.
Oh, damn, son.
The crowd's reaction. It was like that one time when, I don't remember what happened, but you've got that meme of the kid, the girl with the Miz face. Yeah, I mean, it's like the whole crowd was just, like, about to start crying or something, and I thought
I think that's what they're trying to accomplish again. It's so they can get a reaction like that. And when, you know, that Miz match you were just talking about, with that girl face being all pissed off. They always have to have one of those trolling matches on WrestleMania. They always have to. Other than that, it won't be WrestleMania. They gotta troll around.
So I was worried about Baron Corbin, like, and all the heat that he's getting. I was worried about them, like, actually listening and, like, thinking, having second thoughts about pushing Baron Corbin. But hopefully this reinforces that he'll be one of the main heels moving forward.
Oh man, he's been a main heel ever since his push to general manager.
Yeah.
And after all that,
well, that wasn't received very well either by a lot of fans.
I don't think people see the what do you want to call it, the sense of this. I don't think they understand. I think a lot of people are really hating him just because they're like, oh, this guy's such an asshole, so I think people are playing it off with how it's supposed to go, and they don't realize it. You know what I mean?
It's exactly what it is.
It's like Ben, how he hates Brock Lesnar so much, and because Brock Lesnar's such a heel, and everything he does is like full-blown heel. It's like you hate him for it because he's a full-blown heel without any like characteristics. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Not saying that Baron Corbin don't have characteristics, but he's not good at speaking or making promos as somebody as a great heel like The Miz, and that's why a lot of people like him, even though he is a heel, is because people understand him, and you know they like his promos and stuff. But they fall too deep into it and not realize that they're falling basically into the palms of what he is, and he's a heel. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like he's such a great heel already that people don't realize it.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's the point right there.
So moving on, we had the Intercontinental Championship match, Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley, for a match that's supposed to have the Demon in it, and with Bobby Lashley wearing yellow contact lenses, that was the most exciting thing in this match. Everything else was kind of garbage. This was terrible.
The yellow contact lenses, guys.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Can't forget about those.
This was not good.
Nah, it wasn't a good match. Definitely wasn't a good match. I thought it was going to be a good match. But, unfortunately, it was a decent match, I guess.
So,
What do you think?
nah.
You
It's
don't
like
think
a
it was
C
even a
minus.
decent match?
Oh, yeah,
You think
it was.
a
It was an average. It was a match.
Okay.
It didn't deserve to be wrestle. I don't know. I mean, the Demon was there, and he had his cool little entrance thing, and that was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, we have
I feel like they're
arrived.
disappointing us with the demon stuff. When
They
was the
are.
last time When was the last time we seen the Demon?
I think Baron Corbin. I don't know. Brock Lesnar, was it?
I think.
No.
Oh. I was gonna say maybe the Bray Wyatt thing, but the Bray Wyatt thing was pretty good, but kind of corny on Bray Wyatt's side about the whole Abigail thing and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was the last time. If it wasn't the last time, you know what I mean now. The Demon thing's been disappointing recently. They make no good storyline with it anymore. But yeah, let's move on.
And we've arrived. The main event.
It's Destination.
What'd you think of it?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to say something. Well, alright, let's just talk about the over-exaggerated entrance for Charlotte Flair. I understand, you know, she is the queen and whatnot. That's her whole gimmick. But that's definitely over-exaggerated entrance with the whole fucking helicopter. I'm like, oh, so this is what they use the helicopter for instead of having Shane McMahon jumping off doing the coast to coast. They were saving it for this part. Joking, but I don't know. I think it wasn't needed. I feel like they could have done something else and it still would have been just fine. But that's just for the entrance wise. Other than that, the terrible entrance for Ronda Rousey. I don't know why people like that. I don't know if anybody actually liked that, but that was a terrible entrance. It sounded bad from the band point of view. It sounded bad. It wasn't great. I understand that they are old and whatnot, but come on, if they're old and they are not kicking it like they used to, don't bother bringing them to the grandest stage of them all just to make them look like a fool. It was terrible in my opinion. If anybody think it was great, I don't know where your ears are or anything, but that was terrible.
Harsh criticism from your boy Streetkilln.
The match itself was great. Alright, it was a great match. I think it was over exaggerated because of what it is and what it was.
I think they were so excited that they missed a few spots.
I feel like that as well. I did see a couple of, spots, like, was that really supposed to happen? Like, is that really, is that really part of it?
Yeah.
But other than that,
They
it
missed
was
a
a good
few
match.
moves for sure. It was a great match. And I got the outcome that I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that, Charlotte was, not Charlotte, Becky was gonna win both titles. It was bound to happen. They didn't play up this whole freaking story just for her to not win it. But now, this leads me to think, okay, so is Charlotte still gonna be involved? Are they still gonna fucking do a damn, story with her and Becky? Just because of how everything played out. And also, people think that, this is it for Ronda in WWE. I don't know if it is. I feel like she's gonna take a break for like a couple of years or maybe a year or so, and then come back and do something else stupid. I feel like while she's taking this break and she's focusing on whatever else, on the side I think she could be focusing on wrestling as well. Training more, working on her promos more. I definitely seen her get better since she first arrived. I mean, when she first arrived, it was terrible. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. But she definitely got better than she was before. But yeah, I don't know. Title unification. I don't know what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen. I guess we gotta find out after the Superstar shakeup, right?
Probably.
Because I feel like it's going to be one of those things. Here's what I think. I feel like if they're not going to do title unification for the women's title, they kind of almost did it for the WWE and the Universal title. Because on Monday they had that match, or Kofi supposedly had that match. We're going to have that match with Kofi and Seth Rollins. For both titles, winner takes it all. I don't know if it's still gonna happen. It could still happen. It could still happen at a pay-per-view or something. But if they are going for title unifications, I understand it. They want to go back to it. But then yet there's a lot of unsolved questions because they're supposedly getting a new network for SmackDown, right? And
yeah,
wouldn't they want their own thing there?
That's what I've been saying.
Makes no sense for me. It kind of makes no sense for that case.
I don't get it.
So in that case, if it's not unification and it comes to Superstar Shakeup, they're probably gonna have They're gonna probably have Becky choose what brand she's on since she's holding both titles, and whatever brand she chooses, she'll stay on that brand with that title, and the other title will be vacated, and probably have a gauntlet match for it. Who knows? You know them. But yeah, that's what I feel like what they're might do. Probably have her choose what side she wants to be on. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I see it. So let's that didn't take too long, so I guess we can cover some of the main things that happened on Raw and SmackDown. Like when you were saying, the crowd was pretty pissed off about the whole swerve with the Kofi and Seth thing. They were chanting AEW during the match.
All kinds of shit. They were chanting all kinds of shit that they know pisses off Mr. McMahon.
Yeah.
CM Punk, fucking, this is boring. What else? Shit, they was chanting all kinds of shit.
Everything they could think of.
Oh, they also throw out beach balls too.
Yeah,
they know that pisses them off.
Yeah, especially Cesaro.
Mhm.
So yeah, and we already talked about Hawkins and Ryder retaining. Lars Sullivan came out and attacked Kurt Angle.
What is up with that?
That was kind of weird.
Yeah,
whatever.
Definitely weird.
Guess he's done having panic attacks. Although I would never say that to his face.
Anxiety attacks.
Alexa Bliss is back in ring action and beat Bailey.
Which is good. Which is good to see her back in the ring.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Becky Lynch coming out and with Lacey Evans coming out and trying to hit her, or actually hitting her, and then her
hit her
getting
with
the best.
Right.
Yeah. So Aleister Black and Ricochet. Go ahead.
What do you think is gonna happen? You think
she's gonna have a match? She's gonna have a match. That's gonna be the first little squash of her run, her title run. I think so. Aleister Black and Ricochet beat Rude and Gable. No surprise there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they have to have a comeback after losing 2 pay-per-views. Come on.
Exactly.
Jeez. The fucking Magicians has done it. The Magician the duets. They gotta become magicians. I'm telling you, man. They already suit for it, man. They got the music down. They got the lighting effects. They got the entrances and all those little crazy things that they can do. Shit, they're quick enough already.
So, what did you think about? Go ahead.
We had Sami Zayn come back. I'm really psyched about that. Sami Zayn.
You're psyched about that?
Yeah, I like Sami Zayn. You don't like Sami Zayn?
No, I'm just fucking with you. I love Sami Zayn. He's awesome.
He's great.
Well, the act that he had when he left and that he came back with. Some of the other versions of Sami Zayn I wasn't exactly stoked about.
No, I totally understand. But the thing is, whatever Sami Zayn is given, he works with it. And he tries his best at working with it. Even though if it's bad, he still makes it look good to a point. You know what I mean? He rolls with it. I think Sami Zayn's one of those characters that could play either a heel or a face and roll with it. Obviously, I think he's a lot better as a heel. I feel like he plays that more. But it's alright. Sami Zayn's back. Congratulations. Can't wait until see some good stories with him. Who knows when that's gonna happen.
It's not another Bobby Lashley one, please.
Oh God, please no.
Can we just...
Who else returned? There was another person that returned, right?
Hold on. Can we just, like, all decide and agree right now that Bobby Lashley just ain't working out?
I think... Okay. I don't think it's Bobby Lashley's fault, alright? I think it's what they've given him. I feel like...
I don't know. They gave him stuff where he talked and he just looked like a creep.
Yeah, I understand that.
Talked about his sisters.
Lashley, okay, look. They make him talk too much.
Well, then they stopped and they gave him a mouthpiece who was pretty good. But
no, he still talks too much. He still talks. He talks even when he has Leo Rush. All the fucking stupid shit he says with the freaking Leo Rush and whatnot. He still talks. They gotta have him not talk at all. Be a Brock Lesnar type of guy. Have Leo Rush talk. The thing is, okay, they did do that for an extent, but then they stopped. And then they started having him doing this body workout, but body show off thing. Then they started having him talking and ranting about, that match was a fluke, this and that, I can't beat you, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, no, just have him not talk at all. He doesn't need to talk. That's the problem. They have him talk, even though he don't need to talk. He just needs to stand there, look strong, have Leo Rush fucking say all these things. No conversation between him and Leo Rush. They shouldn't have anything where they have to discuss something. You know what I'm saying? they have to have it like Brock Lesnar, where they have Leo Rush comes out, just say all kinds of good, not good, but say all kinds of bullshit, run his mouth about Bobby Lashley, have Bobby Lashley run through matches, or have Leo Rush, you know, get involved here and there, whatever. And then, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. That's what I think.
That's what they should have done, but they're not going to do that, and it's too late now, is what I'm saying. So they just might as well
it's too late.
Send Bobby Lashley on down the road. It's too late. He's gotten too old now.
I agree. He's getting too old now.
So, yeah, and then he, quote unquote, I guess, retired Dean Ambrose.
I know. You say it's a work.
I say it's a work. It's a work. Look how Renee was in on it.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, then yeah, Renee was in on it, and it made it seem like a whole big deal. And I'm like, I don't think she should be in on it if it wasn't gonna be part of a story. Like, this is too deep into it to have Renee involved and being like, oh, you know, no, are you okay? No. Something's gonna happen. We're not gonna see him for like, what, 8 months? Then he's gonna come back. And
so going back to Sami Zayn, you think he's obviously being set up for a rivalry with Finn Balor. You think that's gonna be good? That's who he fought on Raw.
I think it will be. I think it will be good. I think it will be. If they play the cards right, I think it will be good. They're both great performers, and they're both. I mean, Sami Zayn's good at talking, and he has good charisma. I think Finn Balor has good charisma too, but I think oh man, I don't know how to say it. I don't think they give him the mic, what do you want to say? I don't think they let him have enough time on the mic, is what I'm trying to say. They don't give him enough time on the mic to come up with anything, like to give him anything to say or anything. Usually when he comes out and he speaks, it's always about something short and sweet, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like really related to like much other than something that's happening then and now, you know what I'm saying? He did have a little bit, you know, story time with Baron Corbin and whatnot, but all his stories recently has just been short and sweet and not much to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. I think it could be there. I think there's potential. I think there's potential for it to be good feud. But I don't know. WWE do what they want to do.
So what do you think about the Undertaker's little...
Oh yeah, Undertaker showing up. That's who I was thinking about. I don't think he's gonna wrestle. I think he just showed up. But here's the thing. Wait, I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Why would he show up on Raw and not on WrestleMania?
Because they always say some stuff for the Raw after WrestleMania. Always.
That's true. But you think the John Cena thing would have been better on WrestleMania than Raw? You think that was a better timing? Like better place for that?
I don't know. I really don't.
Because
it's almost an equal exchange.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand how they would take it off. I don't know if Undertaker was booked for that part on the Elias thing, or I don't know. Maybe he was, and then they're like, oh, maybe we should just have John Cena come back since he's not on the show, and do a little appearance, and then that's it, and people will go crazy about it.
Maybe Taker had plans on WrestleMania.
Oh, he did have plans on
Maybe,
WrestleMania?
maybe.
Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe he did.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been weird with Undertaker, honestly. He's been saying, I don't know, he's been saying he's in and out of wrestling and that he's, he fucking took all of you want to call it. He took any information about him in WWE off his like Instagram and Twitter and shit, and kind of put up that he's up for booking and whatnot. And I don't know. It's been weird with Undertaker, so I don't fucking know. I don't know. Undertaker does what Undertaker wants to do. He's old as fuck. I really don't care for any of his matches these days. But, he's the Undertaker.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna skip the Kofi Kingston Seth Rollins thing, and that was all.
Yeah, since we already talked about it.
Raw. SmackDown had a couple of big moments as well.
A couple.
You got the New Day celebration, which was cool, so it got interrupted. And
of course
then
it got interrupted.
there was Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman, and looks like that's setting up. That could be good.
Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman. Here's a good feud that could happen. But I still think they would just give it to Strowman, even though I kind of don't want to see these guys feud, because I feel like Samoa Joe is such a good performer in both charisma and in-ring performance, and I think he's all around great wrestler. I feel like he should be on his own.
Get off his
road.
dick.
Huh?
Nothing.
I feel like he should be on his own road. You know how Braun Strowman, he's supposed to be, monster among men and whatnot, and he's supposed to like plow through anybody and overcome everybody and this and that. I feel like Samoa Joe should not be put into that path of destruction. I feel like it would kind of bring him down as a wrestler and as who he is, because look at it this way. Samoa Joe is a heel. He's a great heel. And he's quote unquote the destroyer. That's what Triple H called him back in NXT and whatnot. And kinda during his time in the main roster and Raw and whatnot. Coquina Clutch is his deadly move. He take Coquina Clutch on anybody, and he takes him out. It's gonna be hard to put that on Braun Strowman, as we saw already.
Yeah.
And I can understand him losing because he's not able to do that, but it kind of just belittles Samoa Joe and what he is. You know what I mean? It kind of just like, oh fuck, now what does Samoa Joe do this time? He kind of just got somebody bigger already, just smashed his fucking face in 5 feet down into the ground, kind of just buried him basically. It's like Samoa Joe's supposed to be like this destroyer person, like he'll take down anybody, kinda, like with his fucking Coquina Clutch, and he's a crazy man basically. What his fucking persona is, see his fucking acting and whatnot. But I don't know. It could be good feud, but I feel like having the outcome of Braun Strowman winning is just gonna put him down a bad path.
Braun or Samoa?
And I don't think he'll be getting any closer if he loses from Braun Strowman to a main title shot or a main title run.
Gotcha.
Because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see him get a main title run. That's why I want him on his own path. He deserves it, and he's a great wrestler. He deserves that shit. He should be on his own path for that shit. He shouldn't have to fight Braun Strowman and lose against him and then kind of be like, okay, well, fuck then.
Well, you've already decided he's going to lose, first off.
I know, but I'm just going I'm going to what's there and what we have and what we've seen and kind of, you know, predicting the outcome of based off everything, you know, they handed to Braun Strowman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't forget the curse of the Andre
no,
the Giant Battle Royal.
Oh, the curse
It's
of the
real.
Battle Royal. We're gonna have to see, I guess. The only way.
Here's the thing. I don't think WWE is going to pull the trigger on either one of them. I think something's going to happen.
Of getting title one, main title one.
No, I mean I think Samoa Joe will probably keep his title, but not from winning. I think something's going to happen. Somebody's going to, something's going to happen and interrupt it all.
As well.
I don't think WWE is going to pull the trigger on Samoa Joe.
I see it because Samoa Joe has a lot of enemies.
So does Braun.
Samoa Joe has a lot of enemies, and I could see that definitely happening. Yeah, I understand. Okay, I understand.
So yeah. Shane McMahon promo, blah. Usos versus the Hardy Boys. What the fuck?
I know, right? What the fuck?
Granted, the Hardy Boys look better than they had in a while.
True.
Other than that, I do not understand this at all unless it's to put the Usos on Raw.
I think maybe to put the Usos on Raw. I don't see why they wouldn't put the Usos on Raw. When was the last time the Usos been on Raw? Wasn't when they had
the last time Raw had a good tag team?
When they had their old shtick, I guess then. The fucking shtick that basically all the kids ran with, and basically kind of was a New Day-ish kind of shtick that they had.
No, it was like Naomi. They should have had the glow. If they would have thought of the glow thing, they would have been cool. Or if they would have waited till Naomi thought of the glow thing. All the kids used to
like them.
Yeah.
The Usos. All the kids used to like the Usos.
Absolutely. Now they're gangsta.
Now they're gangsta and all the fucking teenagers and fucking hip people.
The like hipsters.
The bad boys. And the bad girls.
So this time, Lacey Evans laid Becky Lynch out.
I see that, yeah.
I was like, what?
Like, damn, son.
So, and then the New Day versus the Bar and Drew McIntyre. I will admit, the Bar are better backup for Drew McIntyre than Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin were. That was just like, what the fuck? But the best one he's had so far was Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, give him one guy with a lot of fucking charisma. Not Leo Rush, Bobby Lashley type thing, but, you know, because Drew McIntyre can kill it on the mic too. He doesn't need a mouthpiece.
Drew McIntyre.
He just needs somebody to go around and basically stroke his ego and be his little his jester or something like that. You know, just go out there and make fun of people and get into shit that he can come in and fix and enjoy, and not I don't know. Just basically be his little shit starter.
Yeah, true that. I feel you.
But yeah, the Bar is definitely better than the other team up there. There wasn't anything really all that interesting on NXT this week. Just some minor stuff to get some new people over, so we won't really cover that. We will get into some news and rumors, which the main one I can think of is Sasha Banks. Apparently was very unhappy with the Iconics winning the belt, and when she found out backstage at WrestleMania, they say she almost quit, or that she tried to quit, and that somebody talked her out of it or something like that.
Yeah. I heard that.
That's kind of.
But that sounds like Sasha Banks to me. Because there was a few other instances where she kind of threatened to quit the company. It wasn't her first time.
I'm like, look, bish. Calm down. It kind of annoys me. Like, this is your job. Your job is not to win the belt because you're the best. Your job is to do what they tell you to do when you go out there to that ring, and if you want to win the belt, you're going to win the belt. If you're not going to win the belt, you're not going to win the belt, and it's not up to you, goddammit. It's up to the people who are writing it and the people who are watching it and the people who are fans of it. It's not so much up to them, but they kind of have a little bit of, not say, but influence. I'm just like,
I understand that.
Chill out, do your job. You're already the first women's tag team champions ever. You've accomplished something nobody else can ever accomplish. Nobody else can be the first women to hold that. You earned that title. Now sit the fuck down and let somebody else hold it. That just kind of makes me mad. I had to kind of rage on that. Nia Jax is going to be out for a while with ACL surgeries on her knees. Did you hear about, the Pat McAfee thing? I know you did because I posted about it. Michael Cole apparently went up to Pat McAfee while he was wearing his cutoff shorts, tuxedo shorts, and basically just blew up on him and started yelling at him in front of everybody. And Pat McAfee almost quit his job. Almost quit too, right there at WrestleMania. His, I kind of more understand. This was like his first WrestleMania. The dude looked cool. I mean, it didn't look, just awesome. It looked like something a goofy guy like Pat McAfee would wear. And I'll be honest, I like Pat McAfee. The only thing about him is, like, his jokes are like hit or miss. They're like either funny or they're really not. But Pat McAfee, I think, is a great guy and a great commentator. And I think that the tuxedo jacket with shorts, but he actually went and got these things like special tailored. They were actual tuxedo pants, and he got them tailored into jorts. I guess tuxedo pant ones would be torts or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it said that Michael Cole you look ridiculous. Blah blah blah. This is Vince McMahon. You'll never go.
In a bunch, huh?
So, like, somebody showed Vince McMahon like some footage of LeBron James at some kind of red carpet thing where he basically did the same thing and like went viral and everybody thought it was the coolest thing ever. And they said Vince McMahon was hip to it, that he thought it was cool and he was okay with it. And then Michael Cole went and apologized to Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee said it was the most heartfelt apology that he'd ever gotten. That Michael Cole basically said, it's me, man, it's been a hell of a week, and basically what he wanted was the reason why he blew up was because he wanted Pat McAfee not to fuck up. And he thought that Vince McMahon, being Vince McMahon, would think that it was ridiculous and would like never let this guy work again. And he thought he was ruining it for himself. And he basically went to him and was like, look, I'm sorry, I just didn't want you to blow this, I want you to do amazing things here, and I thought that you were going to blow it because, I just have this way of thinking how Vince McMahon is going to see something, and, that's not, if I were to say, that not many people can pull that off.
Mhm.
could wear shorts and a tuxedo jacket and look cool, not look just completely ridiculous, or have the confidence to do it. So, I don't know. That was crazy. Michael Cole can, I guess, kind of be a dick. Kofi Kingston said New Day will never break up.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
I think that would be great. If they finish their run together. Like,
yeah, I think it'd be great as well.
Not many teams stay together the entire time that they're, you know, a team. I think that would be awesome.
I have a few news.
And really, team breakups are a little bit overdone and kind of annoying. But what's your news?
I agree with that. I don't know if you heard this, since you were so much into the Hall of Fame thing, but apparently somebody got fired too. And almost a few other people got fired as well. So Vince McMahon really does hate when people mention his name in the Hall of Fame. And I know the whole DX skit thing was a skit, and they were scared to do that. They were scared to do that whole skit. And the person that produced that skit was scared shitless and was worried about his job. Vince McMahon approved of it, but he wasn't happy about approving it. He did fire somebody that did produce Bret Hart's thing. Bret Hart's fucking, what do you want to call it? Little
speech, induction ceremony.
Yeah, the person who produced it got fired because he mentioned Vince's name, and he didn't like that, and he mentioned it. I don't know the dude's name. I gotta go look at it again. Just give me a sec. I'll go look for it. I had it up a little bit ago, but I was like, oof. But when he got fired, Robert Evans, that's the person that did it, got fired. And another person almost got fired. The person that did the DX speech, Joe Belascaro, I don't know his name. I don't know how to say his last name. He almost got fired as well. He wasn't really happy with that. I guess the only reason why he didn't fire him is because, you know, I assume Shawn Michaels and Triple H kind of went by Vince McMahon and kind of said, hey, we want to do this skit. Let us do this skit. I know you're not happy about it, but let us do it. It'll be funny, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I can understand that. But that's that. After that, I think that's all that was for the Hall of Fame thing I can remember. But for other news, but something funny that I saw. I think did you post this? Somebody posted it on Discord about the kid RKOing, trying to RKO the fucking principal teacher or something.
Kid in Florida tries to RKO his high school principal. He wasn't. You could if you did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't being serious. You could tell. He just like he's going out to him. I'm gonna RKO you. You know, like here comes the RKO. He's like, you could obviously tell you. And then the fucking principal freaked out and like started. I think I saw a punch in there, but yeah, started like shoving this kid all around and like I was like basically assaulting this kid, and I was like. I mean, yeah, he kind of grabbed the back of his head just a little bit, but you could tell it was in like a playful manner. I was like,
yeah, it was a joke and playful manner thing.
What the fuck? And then that kid got arrested, and the principal insisted on pressing charges. I was like, dang.
Not a happy principal. Doesn't like his job, apparently.
So, kids, if there's any takeaway from tonight's episode of that WrestleMania podcast, don't RKO your teachers or your principals. It's not gonna work out well for you. Save it for your best friend or their sisters or, you know, anybody in your neighborhood. Just don't do it to authority figures. It's gonna get you fucked up.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I got a few other news. I was supposed to throw this in there with the DX thing. Road Dogg resigns as co-lead writer again for SmackDown. I was supposed to throw that in, but I forgot about that. I don't know if anybody cares. He was co-lead writer before on SmackDown, and then he got off. He's back in it. Here's something that somebody else don't really care. People probably don't really care about. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Rhino is removed from, you know, WWE's roster, so he'll probably not be wrestling anymore.
Rhinos have gone extinct.
Yeah, no more.
I got some that relates to DX a little bit. Billy Gunn has formed a tag team with James Storm.
Oh, really?
Although the name sounds familiar, I do not know who James Storm is.
Yeah, James Storm. I know who he is. You don't know who James Storm is?
Was he in WWE?
I think he
wrestled. He was in. I guess he was the guy from Beer Money with Bobby Roode on Impact. Apparently, I don't recognize him.
Yeah, he was on TNA. Yeah, he was on TNA. I know that. Yeah, he was part of Beer Money. Yeah. That's right. You right about that. You right.
So we'll see. They may be interesting. Like I said, if AEW puts on a decent show and a decent pay-per-view.
You know it's gonna be decent because Enzo and Cass. Oh yeah. They have a new tag team. They haven't signed yet with anybody, and their whole shtick is free agency. Not free agency, but free agent Z with the Z. That's their whole shtick. They have shirts they're selling already for it. Big Cass is not Big Cass anymore.
CASZ, right?
It's CAZXL.
Yeah.
KazXL.
And he's like, and Enzo is like N capital Z-O.
Yeah. That's their whole shtick now. Well,
whatever. It's funny, I guess. We'll see how it works.
Hey, I really like Enzo. I was a big Enzo fanboy.
I know.
Okay, I'm not lying.
I know.
I liked his shtick and gimmick and everything. I thought he was great on the mic and interesting performance. Right? He had a good run in WWE.
I agree.
And I feel like
his mouth got him in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with Big Cass. They're fucking, those type to
that
run
made
their
for
mouth
each
off
other.
Too much. Huh?
I'm glad they got back together.
Same.
I think WWE almost drove them apart.
True. That's definitely true.
Definitely. So yeah, I think
it could definitely
AEW
work.
Maybe it'll be good. I just want to.
Yeah, I see them on AEW because if they're doing a thing with Ring of Honor and New Japan. I mean, Ring of Honor and New Japan are basically together. They're partners. So whatever happens on Ring of Honor happens in New Japan. There's ties. Whatever happens on New Japan happens in Ring of Honor. There's ties there. And both of those companies are tied with AEW. So they could be appearing on 3 shows. Alright? And that's big for them. Alright? That's big for them. Even though they were on WWE, but I feel like it's bigger for them because they have more ground to cover other than just WWE. I mean, you have 3 different separate promotions. Basically, different areas, different, you know, you can be at different places, different countries, whatever. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. And if they're willing to go through that and travel a lot for that, then so be it. Let them do it. Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
So, it seems like AEW is in advanced talks with Turner
Yeah.
to launch a new weekly competitor to Raw and SmackDown. So, if you don't know who Turner is, they own TNT. It's Dynamite.
Yeah, they own TNT. Which everybody was thinking that they will hop onto. Is TNT. Everyone was thinking they would hop onto TNT.
I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb.
Why? Why do you think it's dumb?
They need an edge, and I've already said what it needs to be. They need to be what all the other indie promotions offer that WWE doesn't. Fucking cussing.
You can cuss on TNT.
Can you say fuck, 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 fuck? 'Cause that's what they
pretty sure
do
you
on the
can say
end.
fuck.
No, you can't. Maybe once. But they're not going to let them get away with it. I promise you. It's not, you can't
It's
do TV.
TNT, boy.
You can't do it. TNT won't let you. They bleep F words.
Well, look. TNT is... I don't know if... I think it's... I don't know if this way or the other way. I believe TNT is a sub for TBS. Or maybe the other way around. But
No.
TBS is the more PG rated
Turner's its own.
thing. Huh?
Turner's its own.
Oh. Well, one of those is more PG. I know it's not TNT. But TBS is definitely more PG. But I understand it's not really far out there. You can't really say much. I understand that. But I don't think TNT is bad.
I don't think
We'll
it's
see
a
what
mistake.
happens though.
They need an
They
edge. They need to be able to be edgier than USA or Fox is willing to be. That's my opinion.
Oh, TBS is sub for TNT. Okay, so is CNN and the CW. So they could also get fucking contracts for anything related in TNT. They could get a contract for HBO, Cinemax, fucking Boomerang, Adult Swim, True TV, fucking the CW. They kind of own a lot of big... True TV, they kind of own a lot of big things already. TNT. TNT is the primary networking thing. So yeah.
So apparently the news is they offered $6 million to Dean Ambrose.
Here's the thing.
What do you think about that?
Here's the thing. Hold on. If they do accept TNT as a network, they can work of having HBO shows, since HBO is a sub for TNT. They can work with HBO, you know.
That's what I was saying. They should have went to HBO or Showtime.
They could go to HBO.
That's what they should do.
HBO is part of TNT. TNT is just the parent company for HBO. If they're working with TNT, they still can get a offering on the table for HBO, or put an offer on the table for HBO.
I don't think it works quite as interstation as you think. I think they're much more distinct and separate, and there are a lot of legal things to do to get them from one to the other.
Well, I feel like there would be more pull if they're working with the main company than something of trying to go to HBO in general. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of look at it this way. Instead of having the mail come to your house, you go there and get the mail. You know what I mean? You're more direct to the, you know, that facility of where everything is happening. You know what I mean?
Who goes and gets their own mail?
I'm trying to make an example, but it's not working out.
I get what you're saying.
But yeah,
any other news you got?
No, but the Dean Ambrose thing, the offering, I don't know. Is that real?
I don't know.
Is it true?
We don't know. The article didn't know.
What do you think about Jim Ross? Do you think Jim Ross is an insider? I feel like Jim Ross is an insider.
A lot of WWE superstars probably have his number.
Exactly. I feel like Jim Ross is an insider because after Jim Ross got taken in, there's been a lot of like leaks, quote unquote leaks about stuff of AEW, and I feel like that is kind of fishy because before Jim Ross joined, there was like really, they were still pretty, you know, closed about a lot of stuff, especially the whole networking deals and who's getting offered this and that and whatnot. I feel like Jim Ross is an insider. I'm gonna call it. I feel like he's an insider. I feel like he's still working with Vince McMahon. I know he has Vince McMahon's number in his fucking pocket, and I know Vince McMahon is hitting him up, and it was like, Vince, and he's like, yo, Jim Ross, tell me what's going on. Oh, you're on fucking can't understand what the fuck he's saying because he sounds like a fucking bag of potatoes in his mouth. I never liked him as commentary either, so I just want to put that out there.
Harsh words of criticism from your boy, Streetkilln HD.
But yeah, I think that's it.
Dope. Dope.
I don't think there's anything else. Unless you know anything else.
Nada. It's nada.
Nada.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of That Wrestling Podcast. Hopefully next week everything will be back. Hopefully Soul will be out of jail and Ben Rivers will be unhacked and we'll be good to go. Thanks guys, take it easy. Peace.